Hello, October. Let's dive in. Diving in to the year ahead spread that I pulled, and also today, one more card for the moment as well. Starting with the most pressing, protect the wild and the green. Last night, if you didn't know, there was a debate, and regardless of where you fall in a line, neither one of those two candidates had a proper response to climate change and global warming. Protect the wild and the green. Yes, we absolutely have to hold corporations accountable for the many ways that they pollute. We absolutely must do that and make them work harder. We also have duties as individuals to do everything that we can. This next month of life, October, it's really asking us to make a step towards sustainability. What can you do in your life to make that step, as small or as large as it may be? Maybe that's carpooling once a week to work. Maybe that's getting a reusable grocery bag and taking that with you. Maybe that's trying meatless Mondays. Doing what you can, what you're able to live more sustainably for our planet, for our wild and our green. There's so many ways that you can make an impact, and our earth is asking that of us right now. Really asking that of us as we grow colder and as seasons are changing right now before our eyes, as we've hit autumn and we're now into fall. Leaves are changing. There's now snow happening in parts of the country, yet there are still fires raging and heat in other parts of the country. This is now reality regularly, and we have a duty to protect her. And she gives us life. We have to give our life back to her. The next card, the Father or the King of Cups. Sensitive leadership. Leading with empathy. Something that we desperately need right now as a collective is to be able to be led with compassion, to seek that in others, to move forth with a open-mindedness and approaching people with a space of sensitivity and a place that they can show up to vulnerably, that we are able to hold that container. We also have to ensure that we do not trust those that do not allow us to have that container as well. This is a two-way street that you have to be able to hold that for others and also give yourself the dignity and respect to know when that container is not being held for you. This is really a moment of discernment with peace to find a greater sense of stability for really opening up, really being able to have that, to move from that space, and to not be fooled by those in leadership who are showing themselves or appearing to be sensitive or caring, and they truly are not. This requires us to be more sensitive within ourselves, because to understand what someone else is feeling, you have to show up with that. You have to be ready to understand. Because if you show up to that space and you're not already willing to understand, you're not coming to be ready to work and feel, then you're never going to, because you were not open to that vulnerable possibility. Moving next, the last of the three that I pre-pulled, focus. The bow and the arrow, moving us forward. There are a lot of things in our way in this month. We are in the final full month, really, before an election. There's astrologically a lot going on right now with Mars in retrograde, Mercury about to go retrograde. Things and obstacles, they're there. They're aware of us. We're aware that these things, these boundaries are standing in our way. This requires us to be very distinctly progressive in our steps. This means that we cannot falter, because if we do, this will be amplified. That's not to say, oh, don't mess up. That's not to say we're not human and things don't happen. That's to say, be very deliberate with your choices, with your decisions, with your actions, with your words, with all of your intentions moving forward as you express them outwardly to others. Making sure that you are looking forward and not looking around you, because if you are, your arrow will point in the direction that you are focused. You will put your trajectory in the direction of your thoughts and your mind that you're really directing it towards. So that will be where you go. If you want to move in a certain direction, you have to amplify yourself and really direct your energy there, or else you're going to end up somewhere else doing something else that somebody else really wanted for you or for themselves, that you were thinking about them and not you. And this doesn't mean just be selfish. It just means be aware and be deliberate with what you're doing and how it both affects you and the others around you too. Because if you're focused on something else that is meant for somebody else, what does that mean for you and for them? Where does that end up with both of you? So, today when I woke up to pull these, I knew that there was going to be another. There would be 4, not 3. Wow. And that's how it happens, huh? The King of Cups. Just the other day, I pulled 2 of the same card from 2 different decks, and it happens again. Wow. It speaks so loudly how badly we need sensitive leadership right now. How badly we need somebody that can look at everything around them, that can absorb everything that's happening, that can then lead us to a more grand, a more progressive, a more equal place. A place where the needs and the wants of all are taken into account. Maybe that leader is in one of you. We like to hope that they're out there somewhere already, someplace, but it might be you. And in a lot of ways, it is all of us, because we all have the power and the initiative to make change in our lives, in our community's lives, in our friends and family's lives. We have the ability to choose to come forth with a place of empathy. I hope that you choose that if you're given the opportunity. And when it arises, I hope that we're all able to find a deeper sensitivity. I will see you guys in the next one. Oh, I just remembered. In the last video, I did not specify exactly what all of these decks were. If you're still watching, I'll do that now. The one that I pulled from at the end is the 420 Tarot by Juliana Rose. The first one is the Messengers Oracle deck, I believe her name is Raven Falan. This second one, also a tarot deck. This is the Wild Unknown Tarot by Kim Krans. And the third from the 3 that I pre-pulled last year, this is the Sacred Symbols Oracle deck by Marcella Kroll. Until next time.